Welcome back to our Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. Arsenal are back in the UEFA Champions League, and tomorrow is the D-Day, our inaugural welcome to the UEFA Champions League. The group stages start today, and Arsenal will start their journey tomorrow on Wednesday. We're going to be diving into the starting 11 because we have seen David Raya start over the weekend against Everton. That could actually guarantee Aaron Ramsdale starting in the UEFA Champions League. I want your thoughts. I want your opinions about the goalkeeper debate. Now, I don't want to dive into it as a whole video. Do you think Ramsdale should be our Champions League goalkeeper and David Raya should be our Premier League goalkeeper, or it should be the other ways, or you are okay with Mikel Arteta just switching them every now and then? Arsenal don't have a constant goalkeeper. We just have to switch them. I want your thoughts there. I want your opinions as well. But what is the ultimate best starting 11 Arsenal should field for the UEFA Champions League? What are our expectations as well? Let me know in the comment box below. Do you want Arsenal to win it? Do you want Arsenal to just compete and make sure that we are there? Do you want us to win our group? I want your predictions for this competition. I want your thoughts in the comment box below. So we take on PSV in the opening game. It's at the Emirates Stadium. PSV did lose to Arsenal at the Emirates last campaign when we played them in the group stages of the Europa League. However, they are not an easy opponent. And I've actually said this on the Back 5 podcast yesterday with a cannon fodder. I think PSV are the most quality opponent we are going to play this season so far. I don't think Man United gave us enough quality, and I don't think Everton really gave us any real test. They're going to be the real litmus test for Arsenal. Are we good enough defensively? Are we good enough going forward? Are we sharp enough? And of course, in the midfield, they play the total kind of football. They love to dominate possession. They love to win duels. They win the first ball. They win every 50-50, and they try to win the second ball as well. So can we dominate PSV like we've done all these other Premier League sides? And what is the best 11? Who will start in that game? That is what we're doing in this video. Right, in goal, I'm going to go with Aaron Ramsdale. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of debates and controversies. Of course, I am the biggest fan, honestly. But I think Ramsdale deserves to start. People were saying it's humiliating him, it's uncalled for. But if you want to be ruthless as a manager, you do what we saw against Everton. You play David Raya out of the blue. That is to communicate to Aaron Ramsdale that this guy is good. He's kept a clean sheet on his first game, and he's had absolutely very good accuracy on his passes. If you do not actually, step up your game, you're out of the starting 11. So I want Ramsdale to start in this game because he will have a point to prove. He really has a point to prove, Ramsdale. And this season, I'm not going to lie, I'm a big fan. I'm really, really a big fan of Aaron Ramsdale this campaign. Has he made a couple of mistakes? I don't really think so. Has he put a foot wrong? I really don't think so. I think people are scapegoating him for things he has not done, especially in the Fulham game. Saka's lack of tracking and Saka's lack of awareness. We all know Saka is not at the best of his game this campaign. Everyone says, oh, it's Ramsdale, it's Kai Havertz. It was Saka who actually committed those offenses, okay? So Ramsdale in goal for me. And I don't have a problem with him starting. I really, really don't. Now, one thing I'm going to say, though, is Ram has to prove a point. Against PSV, he will concede a lot of shots. Not concede, but he will be faced with a lot of shots. And he will be faced with a lot of quality finishes. The likes of Noah Lang, the likes of, De Jong as well. The quality in these guys' team, the Bakayokos, the quality they have as PSV is sublime. And they're a team that is not going to be afraid of attacking Arsenal because they absolutely owe us no respect. They don't even play in the Premier League. They know nothing about Arsenal. They've done their research, but they know if you want to play them, then you have to be good, right? They have won 4 out of 4 in their games that they've played already in the Dutch Eredivisie. They are confident. So Ramsdale has to be on his absolute good and absolute best performance if he wants to start another game in the UCL ahead of David Raya. Defensively, we have options, but it's going to be up to Mikel Arteta. Does he rotate? Does he not rotate? I won't be surprised to see Jakub Kiwior, but I'll still go with Gabriel. I think Gabriel has been absolutely very key to this Arsenal defense ever since he came back. He's been solid. he's been absolutely spot on. The one thing I don't like about Gabriel is taking too much risk and doing things he clearly cannot do. So in the Everton game, there were times when he put the fan base and the team under unnecessary pressure, holding on to the ball instead of releasing it into space for Alexander Zinchenko, William Saliba, or even going back to David Raya, who we know is quite a very confident goalkeeper. So apart from that, if Mikel Arteta can actually work on his mistakes, on those mistakes with Gabi is a quality centre back. I would love to see Ben White start in this game as well. Saliba at centre back. Yeah, there. I just blow it, didn't I? William Saliba start at centre back alongside Gabi. This is the best partnership we have at centre back, and the quality of teams that we are playing in the UCL up top, whether it is Youssef En-Nesyri up top at Sevilla, whether it is Luke De Jong up top at PSV, you've got to be wary of these boys. You've got to be absolutely cautious of those attacks. Youssef En-Nesyri single-handedly put Manchester United out of the Europa League last campaign, scoring a brace with Harry Maguire, obviously, against them to draw 2-2 at the Old Trafford, and single-handedly putting them out when the game went to Spain. So I think Saliba and Gabi have to play both games home and away against PSV and Sevilla, and then we can make changes when we play FC Lens from France. At right back, I would say we could make a change here. We really could make a change. But Mikel Arteta wants to build that kind of confidence, and he wants to build the kind of team that thrives, under each and every circumstance. Playing every 3 days, and also playing a quality team in midweek and a quality team over the weekend. So the same lineup in defense will be the same lineup against Tottenham Hotspur. I just gave you a hint, a reason to watch the upcoming video, obviously. So Ben White at right back, I think it's a no-brainer, and Alexander Zinchenko at left back would be a no-brainer. However, I don't recommend Zinchenko at left back. So let's go with should we go with Kivio? Should we go with Jakub Kivio? Because with Ole Zinchenko, my problem with him is he doesn't have the tracking back. And therefore that means that players like Noah Lang and Bakayoko will look to exploit the spaces in behind Ben White and Alexander Zinchenko. We need to be a little bit conservative. We need to be careful. We just need to pick up a win because it's going to be an emotionally intense game. So definitely Zinchenko for me could drop. It's a difficult one, this one, isn't it? Tomiyasu or Kivio? Who would I prefer? Let's go with Tomiyasu. Let's go with Tommy. I like Tomiyasu. I like him because he's a player that can provide a couple of options, and is one of the reasons why he comes in ahead of Kivio and ahead of Cedric Suarez and all these other options we have on the bench. In midfield, I think Kai Havertz will return, obviously, but let's start off with the defensive midfield, who is Declan Rice. Jorginho has no place in this game for now. He has no place in this game. Declan Rice to start at the pivot. Alongside him, do we continue with Fabio Vieira, or do we rotate and play Kai back in the system? Difficult decision. I'm going to annoy you, aren't I? Let's go with Kai. So Kai Havertz back in the starting lineup. I don't think this is a game that will necessarily have a lot of importance for Kai Havertz, so he will be playing just like a normal midfielder. So Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard. I'm not going to drop him. He's captain, and he's got the resilience and he's got the durability for a player to play every 3 days. I think that is Odegaard. He's simply that good. So Odegaard, Rice, and Kai Havertz. We've seen the partnership before, and we know there is potential there, okay? But why I'm playing Kai Havertz also in this game, I want an extra center forward. I want an extra forward in this game. It's a game where we're going to have Trossard we're gonna have Jesus or Edin Ketia, but I would love Kai Havertz to join up in the attack. Declan Rice to sit deep just to sniff out any kind of attack we'll be facing, and then Martin Odegaard to be that kind of box to box and half box to box, half number 10. Okay, if you agree with me, my midfield, hit the like button. It's controversial, isn't it? But just hit the like button if you agree with it. Let's go up top. PSV are not a quality defensive side. They don't take pride in being a very good defensive side. They actually take pride in scoring more goals and creating more chances. And therefore, it means that whoever plays up top should be able to deliver a goal and an assist when required, right? So whether it's Jesus, whether it is Saka, whether it is Martinelli, whether it is Trossard, we have to have a goal and an assist when the opportunity arises. So on the left-hand side, I would love to see Leandro Trossard play full 90 minutes. 90 minutes without substitution, no substitution, no nothing. I'd love to see Tross play 90 minutes. So Trossard on the left-hand side, the goal against Everton is what I talked about in the preview. That it was going to require something different. It was going to require a different player, a different ability, a different prism of looking at things for you to beat Everton. And a player in Leandro Trossard's caliber has got that in his locker. That goal is a beauty. It's a work of art. So Trossard on the left-hand side, no questions. I'm contemplating about Saka because Saka certainly has this injury that is nagging him. And I would rather we drop him for PSV and bring him off the bench. Am I crazy? I am actually not. This is what we could do. We could play Gabriel Jesus. Of course, Mikel Arteta has promised him to play as centre forward, but there's no problem there. Trossard can drop into the midfield to form a 4-4-2 as Jesus and Edin Ketia actually play up top in a striker partnership. So I would love Eddie to start in this game, and I would love Gabriel Jesus to start in this game as well. Just give Saka some kind of breathing space. I would love to see that. I would really do. But also the reason why I want to see two starting number 9s is we could exploit them with a lot of speed in behind. Jesus has the speed. Trossard has the speed. Eddie has the speed as well. And that kind of double pivot late runners arriving in Kai Havertz and Odegaard is going to create a lot of problems for teams in the Champions League this campaign. So I would love to see Eddie down through the middle and then Jesus wide. Obviously, when you have Jesus wide, he's got the ability to oscillate between left and right with Trossard, and then oscillate between middle, left, and right as well with Edin Ketia. That would be my starting 11 as we get into the UEFA Champions League. Ram in goal, Gabi and Saliba centre-back, White and Tomiyasu fullback, Havertz, Rice, Odegaard, Jesus, Nketiah, and Leandro Trossard. I'm not going to say if you agree with me, because I know because there is Kai, you definitely disagree. So let me know, how would you make this better? How would you make this lineup different, better, and ready to win our first game of the UEFA Champions League campaign? My expectation of Arsenal in this season, let me say this folding my arms, minimum quarterfinals. Minimum. After spending half a billion, minimum quarterfinals. That is my expectation. I expect you right in the preview. Obviously, it's going to be live. My internet is much better, so definitely we can do the live streams very soon. So the preview will be live and a couple of other match reactions. If you want to catch all the action, previews, predictions, match reactions, team of the week for the UEFA Champions League, make sure you subscribe to the 90 More podcast on YouTube. It's my channel. I'm always there discussing football in general. I speak to you right in the next one.